Minecraft simply does it year after year, just pulling in new viewers, creating new experiences, and that's why I think it's one of the best games in the world. And in today's video, my friend Justin and I will be exploring the new Minecraft Caves and Cliff update. Though it's not fully released, we will be playing all the latest snapshots, and we actually play within 2 snapshots in this video. There's a lot of things that you have in store for this video. For example, Justin and I want to see the goats that they updated to the game, and also the axolotls, because those creatures literally look so cool. So that was definitely our main goal. Speaking of goals, there's also 3 goals that we want to set for ourselves along our adventure. Number 1, just exploring the new world and the updates that Minecraft had in store for us. So seeing all the mobs, for example. And number 2, we had to keep our eyes open for that warden, because the warden is a new boss that Minecraft added that lies deep in the depths of the caves of Minecraft. So we have to be super careful not to run into that, because I hear rumors that it is insanely OP. With all that being said, you guys know videos like this take a long time to do, and you guys know that I'm in a huge battle with the YouTube algorithm, so any likes and subscriptions that you guys give me will help me come up on top. It's your boy Swidge, and today I present to you Surviving 100 Days in Hardcore Minecraft Caves and Cliffs Update. And there me and Justin were in our newly spawned world. Of course, I had to hit him with that 360 love tap. And of course, you have to reciprocate it. And so, just like any new world, you gotta collect the woods because you need wood to survive and just even get started. I started beefing with this skeleton. I nearly even died and ended everything on day 1. Sorry, Justin.
Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm going to die. Oh my.
Yeah, guys, how sad would that be if I actually died on day 1? The skeleton actually took me down to 3 hearts. It's been a while since I played hardcore, so, you know, a really nice reminder and call there. So we got all our stone tools, and man, your boy was hungry. You had to regen hearts. You guys know in hardcore, if you don't have full hunger bars, you will die. So I went out and I murdered a bunch of cows for the rest of the day because it's really satisfying. I won't lie to you guys. Something about the what am I doing?
I know. Oh, there's 2.
Oh!
This
one just hopped over here.
Alright, let's see.
Dude, he jumped so high. Sometimes they jump so high.
Look at the beard on this guy, man.
He's got a goatee.
Oh, he's okay. Do a trick. Speak. Alright, I'll force it out of you, buddy.
Maybe a little bit too forced. Oh, there's treks over there.
These are some high altitude. Oh, there's
yeah.
High altitude. You just missed it. You just jumped like 3 blocks distance. All right.
Oh.
Alright, it's getting dark. Oh! What was the reason for that? I'm over it.
Yeah, jump up from that, idiot.
Yeah.
Guys, are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's literally goats in Minecraft. That was so lit. That was literally my first interaction with goats. I saw them on snapshots and photos and here and there, but I never saw one for myself. So seeing that for myself was literally so cool. And at that moment when I saw them, I knew when we had our base, I was gonna get our own.
Wait.
Oh, what the drip?
Oh.
This guy's kind of in his Christmas suit.
Look at the ice.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I've never seen llamas this color before, and let alone put a carpet that makes them look this cool. So I definitely thought it was so cool.
Oh, Justin, look. Come here. Look in the water. Oh my god.
Oh, it's these things.
Axolotl.
Right.
An axe. A hatchet. How do you actually pronounce this? Axolotl?
Axolotl.
Axolotl.
And on day 2, I also found the axolotls, and I learned how to pronounce them. As you guys can see, I went on Google. I actually didn't. It's a shame, guys. It's an interesting word, so I had to search it up and make sure I was saying it right to you guys. And I didn't think I was going to find it this early in the actual 100 days. So as soon as we had enough iron, I went out to go find the axolotl. And I saw this glowing squid, which is also a new mob. And I killed it because I wanted to see what crafting recipes I could make out of it. I kept looking around the water to find the axolotl, but he had disappeared and it was getting dark. And this slime right here, he almost finished me, guys. I realized I'm in hardcore. I keep forgetting. and I have no armor, and the slime literally hit me so hard, and it was getting scary, guys. I needed Justin's help. I was screaming and asking for Justin's help because look at all these mobs. I thought that was going to be it on day 2, but Justin came to my rescue, and he showed me where he was caving, and then I shacked up with him, and he threw me one of his shields because I definitely needed one. And from day 3 to 9, Justin and I spent our times within the caves. We wanted to see all the new textures. As you can see, the iron that I'm mining looks completely different. Seeing some copper ore. There's a lot of new textures. It looks like everything was retextured. I actually don't mind it. You know, my initial thoughts of when I saw it was I didn't really like it initially, but then once I started caving a little more and mining, you know, it started to grow on me. So that's probably something that's going to happen to you guys as well when you guys play this snapshot / update. Had a full set of iron armor, so now I can fully explore it and see these caves through. And as you can see, the gold texture actually looks really good. Like, I don't mind it whatsoever. It feels like all the other ores are kind of in unison in the way they look. I even found the glow berries inside of this abandoned mineshaft in this chest. There was actually so many new recipes and items that we could craft, so I was super excited to make those. And as you can see, I believe I run into cobble deep slate for the first time. It actually confuses me. If you guys look at it, it kind of is like the new cobblestone at a certain level, and it actually holds the ores as well, so it acts the same way as stone. And I actually really enjoy the color and the texture it provides. And I found diamonds, guys. Let's go. Like, I don't even think I'm on a very low Y level at this point when I find my first diamonds here. This was super lit. Of course, this Enderman tries to ruin this moment for me. Don't worry, I killed it, guys. Then I found this natural beauty that Minecraft had added.
Oh, Justin!
Your name, okay, yeah.
Oh my god! Dude, this is awesome. Oh my god. I'll clear the way. Oh my
I'm just
god.
gonna dig to you.
Dude, I can't believe it. Come here. Oh my.
Oh, it's one of the geode things.
Yeah, so how does this, why is it always shaped like this though? Is there a reason why?
No, it's because this is what they look like in real life. Like, if you search up like an amethyst geode, like that's what it's supposed to be.
Do we mind it?
Justin gave me a quick rundown about the geodes, and of course we had to take a selfie because this was literally so
But,
cool.
like, it's not actually like this size. Like, it's just like you can put it, it can like fit in your hand. Like, it's not supposed to be this big, but. So yeah, that's basically how we get more amethyst.
If you guys listen really carefully, when you walk on it, when you place it, when you break it, it makes actually a really special sound, and I thought it was super cool, so I collected that whole entire geode. We also found a ruined nether portal that was basically ready to go, so we took a peek inside, and once we got inside, we were like, alright, I'm gonna head out. I didn't really want to risk it. It was only, you know, so early in the days. Our equipment wasn't ready. I wasn't really feeling myself, of course. And then in the nighttime, Justin and I found some horses because we had so much loot from the caves, guys. Like, we literally just went caving, we went crazy, and I got so many saddles and loot. And so I killed this horse in cold blood. He didn't deserve it, but he wasn't fast enough, so he had to go. So we started exploring the world. As you can see, the world generation looks so good. Like, there was a glacier right beside a mesobiome, and this mesobiome was literally so big. I explored as much as I could. I found a abandoned mineshaft. Golden apple, are you kidding me? Some glow berries, and then I just took my horse and we started exploring the lands. And as soon as I went here, I saw a really big ravine inside this mesa area. And this is literally the story of kind of the whole 100 days. Basically, what Justin and I wanted to do was we really wanted to embrace the full caves and cliff update and live underground. So we were trying to spend all this time looking for the right type of base. And I almost killed my horse here. And I don't know what it was. Maybe in the snapshot it was a little bit glitchy, a little buggy here, but it created a dark patch right here, which was kind of like a mob spawner. We even found a sand temple along our journey. Like, we were traveling for days, and as you can see, my inventory is so full. So just think about Justin's as well. So we have 2 full inventories, and we have nowhere to shack up. But we had something in mind where we wanted to live. Like, we really just wanted to embrace the cave and cliff update and just kind of make a base revolving around that to showcase to you guys. So it's kind of informative, but it actually ends up being so beautiful at the end of the day. But because we were on the road like all the time and we didn't have anywhere to shack up quite yet, Justin and I were literally so hungry on food, desperate for food. So I raided that whole village for all the hay bales, and all these little pork chop guys, they had to go because the boys had to eat. We were just trying to look for a really good base, so we spent a lot of our days just exploring, and this was actually pretty good because we got to explore the whole entire, you know, new update and the world's generation. Justin and I got a little fist fight. You know, he usually doesn't let things go pretty easily, and look, he's swinging on my horse. Like, for what reason, Justin? Why are you hurting the horses? What did he do to you?
Oh, see ya. Rest in peace.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
And then we ran into another sand temple, and Justin decided to blow it up and, you know, walk away from the explosion all cool and stuff. But I already know there's probably a god apple in one of those chests. I know one of you guys are already flaming, saying, yo, there must have been some good loot in there. What are you doing? And then finally, though, this is the good news. On day 17, I found a really, really nice area. Justin agreed with me where we can kind of shack up. As you can see, we're deep in the caves. There's some dripstone, some new blocks, and it's just really, really open. And there's a natural pool of water right there. I was just picturing our whole new base here. Nice little pan. I could see it. Our future home was going to be right here. I was super excited. And finally, we could put some things in a chest because our inventory was getting ridiculously full and we had to let go of a lot of good stuff. And on day 18 to 23, it was time to finally make it look really nice around the cave. And I had been holding 2 axolotls that could finally, you know, find a place where they can swim and have a good time in this cave here. I thought it looked so good just because how it would look so natural. It was like a pond within a cave. And I think this is the beauty of the update itself. So we cleaned out the whole area and I started making a crafting area because we wanted to go to the end as soon as we could and fight that ender dragon. But first, we need to get some decent gear. So I actually used a lot of the glow berries, which are used for really good lighting, and I kept looking over at our axolotls because they look so peaceful and so happy in their new pools. You know, Justin, man, he's always working on the aesthetic. He kind of had the vibe for the cave, so of course, I know if you guys play Minecraft, you guys know it's a struggle to gather animals because sometimes they aren't attracted to the wheat. So from day 24 to 27, I grabbed some cows, I grabbed some sheep because we were going to need food down there because we didn't really want to leave the cave too much, only when we needed to. So of course I rounded up all the mobs, making sure we had enough to eat and survive down there. But as you can see, it's getting really homey and beautiful. And these little baby sheeps jumped out of their like little area we made for them, and as soon as I stared at them, I gave them that look. They ran back in because they were scared of your boy Swidge, man. The cave was lacking some chickens, so on day 28 to 30, we went out looking for some chickens. We brought them back. Justin had cleared out this little area for our animal farms. We kind of had a rough idea what we wanted to do, so I did a lot of clearing. And one downside of a cave is you're in a cave, so it's really dark. Wow, that was really self-explanatory. You're in a cave, so you're in a cave. Wow, nice Switch. Okay, anyways, you know, before I keep bashing on myself, but the downside of it being a cave, it's so dark, right? So I thought maybe if we do some skylines within the cave, so I dug from the top right down to the bottom of the cave so that we could get some natural sunlight, and then we can also know what time of day it is so we know if it's night or day. But then as you can see here, as this little shot, the rain is sweeping through and coming down right in our cave as Justin is designing. So I said, you know what, let me get a second one. But then I thought in the future I was going to need some glass, so that was for a future project. I couldn't get enough of seeing the axolotls and our base just coming to life. I was so excited to build in this cave. I mean, one of the downsides of living in this cave is you don't have any trees around, so I spent the next 2 days gathering wood while Justin was preparing the base, as you can see. And it was finally time to go to the Nether. We raced each other in. I was beating him up. What am I doing right now? What am I doing? All right, so we went to the Nether and we had a good look around, and we realized we weren't ready yet, and our Y level was so high up, so we had to be really careful. So on day 34, I went out exploring, and as you can see, the sand temple, I found the horse that we left behind. I don't know if you guys do this. I always leave horses behind. I found Justin's. I said goodbye to this horse, and I went back to the base. And on day 35, it was time for us to do a little bit of enchanting because now we had enough leather. That's what I did on day 34, just going out and killing horses and cows. But now we could go and enchant our gear so that we could go take on the Nether. I mean, it wasn't going to be great enchantments, but it was something. And just before we were about to enter the Nether, we saw this zombie pigman on top of the glowberry vines. It was quite interesting. He came through the portal, so Justin and I decided to name him Viney because he loved those vines. And then on day 36, we were in the Nether. Hopped up on 3 blocks and grabbed some ender pearls because we were so high up and we had to be really, really careful. And of course, I got to mine all the quartz. It's a beautiful block and it gives a lot of XP. I mean, Justin and I had to be careful because if one of us died, it was going to be over. So we had to be really cautious and make sure we had each other's backs. Of course, I had to grab some glowstone, really good lighting block. And then all of a sudden,
Just hit. I literally just about to go down and I say this. Oh no.
yeah, the bastion was literally so close to where we had left our portal, so we didn't even have any time to adjust to the Nether. We just got thrown right into it, and the bastion always has great loot. I dropped in, and things went really bad.
Oh my god, it sounds so dangerous. Ow! Hey, come over here, tough guy. Hey!
After that little scare, Justin and I made a barrier so we could separate ourselves from the piglins and use our bows at a distance so we wouldn't get hurt. And then we tried to kill as much as we could. Then I accidentally hit the zombie pigman. And then all hell broke loose, guys. Everything was chasing me, all the pigmen. And then all of a sudden, mobs came out for Justin. It was so close, but good thing we went up on 3 blocks and we were all good. We finished looting that bastion, but we didn't want to extend our stay. So as soon as we could leave, we left. So for the next 3 days, from day 37 to 40, your boy was looking around. Justin split off with me for a nether fortress. Then I got hot tourist destination randomly when I was bridging across the lava. Yeah, the boys were looking for a nether fortress because we wanted to find those blaze rods so we could go kill the ender dragon. We wanted to get this done early so that we could get loot from the end cities so that we wouldn't have to focus on levels and all that, but focus rather on the builds. And so we started trading our gold with these piglins here. I was AFK eating and Justin had his bow out on me. I don't know why he saw me as a threat, but we had these 2 piglins here and we forced them to trade with us. We just weren't finding our way. We went back to the overworld to see. We were about like 10,000 blocks away, but then we went back in, determined to find a nether fortress. And of course, all the hard work pays off.
They're beefing the piglin.
He's got white.
Yeah, got annihilated.
Yeah, then we witnessed some Wither versus Piglin action. It was kind of insane. The Piglins outnumbered the Wither, so he literally stood no chance. I ended up just looting all the nether fortress, getting some diamonds, some gold, while Justin was actually, he found the blaze spawner. But I was trying to find, you know, just the loot so we get better gear. I was fighting through the nether fortress. I was feeling pretty good. Our armor was good. Our weapons were good. You know, diamonds here and there. The loot was looking good, guys. And then this blaze gave me my first blaze rod. So we were 1 blaze rod closer to go fighting that ender dragon. After exploring all the fortresses, killing everything, grabbing all the loot, Justin and I finally met up after he was like slaving his life away. Look, he has no helmet. I had the splash potions of fire resistance too, so I kind of made him do the brute work. Sorry, Justin, but we finally got back on day 41 because we had been so far in the nether.
What are you doing, Jarvis?
As you can see, Justin tried to troll me, and you can never troll the Swidge, so he nearly almost killed himself and fell into the lava trying. Don't ever test me, Justin.
Dude.
Oh, Viney came down.
Yeah, as you can see, another zombie pigman went through the portal and joined Viney here. I was so happy to be back at our base. I felt like we'd been gone for so long, and it was nice to see the axolotls again. And I went out to go collect some sand because now I wanted to put that glass dome over the top of our skyline and just really enhance our base, because when you're in the nether for too long, you know, it gets to you. So we started preparing for the ender dragon, but we also cleaned up around the base and started making it look really, really good. As you can see here, I wanted to use the cobble deep slate and a little bit of glass, and I thought I made a really clean look. As you can see, the chickens could finally roam around. We had a silk touch axe so we could get some grass, and the base was just coming together. I swear, every time me and Justin get into a world, we always one up ourselves. We always do something really special, but this world is the best one, I gotta say, so far. You guys might think differently. Let me know in the comment section below. But what do you guys think of the base right now? You're halfway through the 100 days. What do you guys think? I am personally in love with what you guys are seeing, but wait until the end product, guys. We worked so hard to just highlight and embrace the caves and cliff update. Oh, it is so beautiful, guys. As you can see, I'm collecting the cobble deep slate, trying to, you know, make use of all the new blocks and the new looks. There's amethyst here, amethyst there. You know, oh my god, it's too beautiful. And then I came to that realization when I was traveling from the top of our cave that I almost fell down the skylight and killed myself, so I had to cover it up here. And I know you're not usually happy to see phantoms in Minecraft, but I was actually really excited as I got chased around by these phantoms here. But it meant that our ender dragon fight was coming soon, because now that we had the slow falling, that was going to be the diff, guys. And on day 47, I baited this zombie down the hole and killed him without even touching him. I felt really good about it, guys. Let's go, boys. Hunter Swidge does it again. And on day 47 as well, we found a natural geode that was so close to our base, so we made a nice path towards it. The villager transfer process had also begun on day 47. We were moving them down into our cave because first of all, the village was super close, but I was also really worried that the villagers may die, so I wanted to make sure if we wanted them at any point during our adventure that we'd be able to access them, because better safe than sorry, right guys? And then I made the mistake of killing the wandering villager because I no longer needed him, and then the llamas were not very happy, so they spit at me and they broke my boots, guys, and I locked them away by the natural geode. But on day 49, if I could take on some spitting llamas, I could take on that ender dragon. So Justin and I prepared ourselves. We even ran into these axolotls that were in this river. I grabbed one for good luck before we went to the ender dragon, and we traveled. We looked for the end portal. We had all the ender eyes we needed. At least we thought, okay? But we were traveling day through night, and then we found the location. And when we went through the stronghold here, we looted some stuff, you know, explored, made sure we had each other's backs, and we were just trying to find the stronghold at this point. And of course, you know, you gotta stop by the library, loot all the books, and then finally, we actually did find the end portal, and then this happened.
How many eyes we got? 0.
Bro, I have 10 pearls.
Yeah, the boys had a total of 10 pearls, and you guys know that the portal needs 12. So we did lose 3 in the process while we were looking for the portal, but we thought it was okay because, you know, maybe there'd be 3 or 4 eyes in there, but obviously there was 0. Of course, it had to be that luck. So we crafted another portal, we eyed down all the endermen in the nether, and we had our ender pearls, and we were ready to go. After a nice pep talk, Justin and I were ready to go. This was just going to be practice for if the warden ever tried to show up on us. So we took on that ender dragon with confidence, shooting out the healing towers. Justin was feeling himself, as you can hear.
What? What are you?
Let's go!
What happened?
I sniped one from like 30
When?
light
Hey!
away.
Give me
Wait,
that.
what if I get one of these tall ones? Hold on.
He was feeling nice. His shots were in line. But don't count me out too, man. Your boy Swidge is nice with the bow as well. I was doing damage to this ender dragon. Of course, her loyal minions were chasing Justin. I had to protect my boy. I mean, if any of us died, it was going to be over. These endermen, I don't know what it was. You know, Justin was probably looking kind of thick in that armor. So they were chasing him around. And we got rid of the loyal minions. And we actually had to do another type of bunker. So I dug a nice little hole that the endermen couldn't reach us at. It was a good time to actually farm ender pearls mid-battle, of course. But we weren't there for the endermen. We were there for that ender dragon. So I ate my golden apple when she perched. And I snuck in there, got some good hits on her, and she had messed up. She's messing with the wrong guys. We got so many good hits, and when she kept perching, it was so close. The battle was coming to near an end. And then all of a sudden, I got hit super hard, and I got really scared. I ran away. I ate a golden apple, and she was getting so low. So I drag scoped her. Bow! Call of Duty style. Another one. Another one. And then I said, no, let me give it to Justin, man.
Oh! I literally heard that noise too. It went. Wait, why is she? What's going on with it? Okay, there we go. Let's
No, she wanted a little fly before she died.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You guys love it when I said that the first time. And now, Justin and I had now slain another ender dragon. I think we've actually slain a few in our time. And after we grabbed all that XP, we got an ender pearl and we entered the next end dimension. And this is when long journey started of disappointment, sadness, boringness, and just grind, guys. Yeah, guys, get used to this here of just seeing the end. Justin and I got so used to just running around looking in specific directions. We committed going west, and we continued going west until we found something. A lot of times we had to stop. I had to hop up on 3 blocks and refresh our ender pearl inventories because, man, we were traveling for days. I'm not even kidding, guys. Usually we get really lucky with end cities and end loot and ships, but this time we did not get lucky whatsoever. We had to make so many pit stops of gathering blocks, killing endermen, just re-farming them. A few close calls actually where I almost died, but Justin saves me on a water bucket, gets me down pretty low. I mean, all this could have been prevented if Minecraft were to just give us our end city and end ships as soon as possible. But of course, we got used to looking at endermen, slaying endermen, farming pearls. Oh man, I was giving up hope until this happened.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we finally found an end city with an end ship. Yeah, sure, it was only one city towering with no loot towers, but it was finally, you know, relieving to find something that wasn't just end stone. So of course there was nothing to loot, so I ran right over to the ship, ender pearled over, looked in the loot. It wasn't too bad. Depth stride 3, protection 4 boots. The loot could have been a lot better, but that's okay, guys. I got a hold of the beautiful, the coveted elytra, baby. And how could I forget, man? Like, after we had that, our loot was looking okay, but cannot forget the ender dragon head. You know, we gotta claim that prize, a really big prize. And yeah, we started running into a little bit more end cities. You know, This time around though, the loot wasn't as good as we are used to. In our other worlds, we were getting insane loot. A big reason why we actually went to the end was for the loot in the end cities. So we really lucked out because first of all, it was really hard to find these end cities, and the loot in them were absolutely terrible. Like, you guys can see we're getting iron armor, but usually you get like mending pickaxes with efficiency 4 and breaking 3, or just really good armor. I mean, I'm kind of complaining. I mean, at least I got something, and we have 2 elytras. But, you know, that's why we weren't there for that. We were there for more of the loot, which we did not get. So maybe Minecraft knew that's why we were there. And so we just left because our time there had been way too long. And of course, guys, we were planning to grab that Ender Dragon egg to flex it. I mean, why would you just leave it there? And we didn't actually plan on coming back to the end because we wanted to spend a lot of time in our caves. So we had to make sure we grabbed that egg because I was not coming back. And I skipped the credits just like every other Minecraft player. If you go through the credits, you're different. You're a different breed. And on day 62, we were finally back home. And it just felt so good just to see everything. And I killed this zombie that was messing with our chickens. And we used our levels and started enchanting. And boom! Justin had Fortune 3, guys. A miracle. We love Fortune 3. Yes, and now it was my turn to enchant with my levels. And my luck was not nearly as good as Justin, but it didn't really matter. As long as we had 1 Fortune 3 split between the both of us, if I found diamonds or anything like that, then I could just tell Justin to come mine them. And on day 62, something tragic happened. Justin killed every single cow, but 1 baby cow. I think he had Sweeping Edge on his sword. We were trying to get a little bit of more steak, and he took out the whole population. I had prepared for a moment like this. I boxed in a cow from earlier, a long time ago, and we put it with this baby, and that was going to restart the population. But midway through when we were playing this session, actually, it switched snapshot. So it went to snapshot 21W18A. So it introduced a lot of new things and a lot of different things, and so we wanted to bring new chunks into our world. So we wanted to generate new chunks so we get that new stuff, and we went around looking for the next couple days for new things to look at and new things to explore. And I found that oh man, I found this sand temple here. I saw this zombie. I don't know why I didn't grab the loot. Yeah, so I pushed the zombie on there so we could blow up the TNT, and Justin stole my horse as we were leaving. And so I was not happy about it from earlier, and I actually quick scoped this horse. Oh man. Yeah, I murdered that horse and I got out of there. After fooling around and killing a horse's life, it was finally time for me and Justin to explore more caves, because now that Justin had Fortune 3, if you guys didn't know, in this new update here, so for example, iron and gold, these were blocks before that you had to smelt to use them. Now they come out as raw ores. So Fortune actually works on gold and copper and also iron. So all 3 of those ores can now be mined as regular ore, as if it was coal. So you can get multiples of it and get Fortune. So this was actually, I actually really enjoy this part of this update, because now you can get more iron and you can get more gold without even trying, right? So instead of making iron farms, you can just go caving and explore the new Caves and Cliff update and just explore the world. One thing I noticed actually reflecting back on this update in general and the caves and how they spawn is the caves, actually there's a lot more to it. There's a lot more depth. There's a lot more ores you can get from a higher level. The mine shafts, that's one big thing. They changed the generation of the mine shafts and made them look different with some iron chains. It actually makes it look really good. And I think the biggest thing, actually, I don't know if it's actually intentional or it just ended up being like this, is there is a lot of ravines. Like, there was ravines within ravines everywhere I went. Every single cave had a ravine, and every ravine had just so many ores and so much exploration. Like, these caves were never ending, which is always a good thing, right? So you can get lost in the caves and have a nice little adventure. It was super just relaxing playing with Justin and exploring caves, because sometimes it's just really nice to wind down, explore Minecraft, and the caves are actually a lot more dangerous than you think. So I would be careful if I were you guys. And I also found a geode which was full of beautiful blocks which I wanted to bring back to the base. So of course I had to mine all of those geodes. I mean, not the geodes, but the blocks in them. You guys know what I'm saying, the calcite and the amethyst. And when we got back on day 72, I wanted to flex these new blocks that we had and create like a trophy room out of it. So I started doing that. But the night of day 72, I ventured off looking for those goats that we saw in our early days. I kept looking for mountain biomes, anything that I'd hide on it, because that's where we'd find our goats. And all I need was wheat. I saw a goat from across the way. I tracked him down. I wanted to get them back on a boat, so I tried to reel him in. He was kind of hard at first, but then he did it. He got in. But I realized, Man, I need at least 2 so I can start our own little goat army, because this is pretty far away. And guys, I'm telling you, I don't mean to kill any animals when I play. It's just when I try to break these boats, they always die. Like, I don't. You guys gotta know, I don't mean it, man. I promise. It's okay, though. There's some goats over on the way, and the transport process began. I was like, no, I don't think we need boats. We'll just grab wheat, and we actually made a lot of friends along the way. As you can see, there's a little baby goat, little Billy goat, but by the time we reached the shore on day 75, he's already grown. So the process began. I hid them under there, and then we started transporting them back towards our base. They're all lined up, ready to go, and I was ready to start our goat army, guys. Now I could feel that I could fully embrace the new update with the goats and the axolotls sitting in the pond down by the cave. But there was one thing that was in the back of my mind the whole entire time we've been playing and we've been at our base. Where is this warden? I knew one of these days this warden was going to show up on us and just destroy us before we could finish our 100 days. So I was on high alert at all times. Trust me, guys. But now we've been neglecting the animal pens and putting them in a nice spot for way too long. They've just been in holes in the wall. So they definitely deserve better. So for the next 2 days, I started working on little natural looking grass places where we could put the animals. For example, the cows are currently in a hole. The sheep are currently in a hole, and we want to have more animals, so I started working on that. And our chest room was looking kind of horrid, I will not lie to you guys. So I started expanding that, not only expanding it, but started using the cobble deep slate, because it's probably one of my new favorite blocks in this new update. And of course, while I'm doing all this, Justin is doing his cracked builds. He was adding nice accents of glass just to kind of add to the cave itself. It was really coming to life. But on day 78, I found myself in the Nether. I don't know why I thought of this, but I went to the Nether just thinking about vein mining. I found my first piece of debris, but I was there the whole day and mining with my pickaxe. It was losing its value so quick. Like, I had efficiency and unbreaking, but just the fact that you can mine netherite so quick, I was like, this is a terrible idea. I went back to the base, got as much beds as possible, and as I was doing this, Justin was collecting glowstone for the base, and then I started using the bed tactic to start finding our ancient debris, because it is going to be a lot faster, because we had no access to TNT. So this was easily going to be the best method for me to get my full netherite armor. I mean, a big reason why we want this full netherite armor is because I hear the warden hits really hard. Like, even if you have full enchanted netherite armor, he still kills you within like 2 or 3 hits. This is rumored, okay, guys? I just believe in the rumors, but if it were to happen, I didn't want to take that risk. So I made sure, I had a full set if he ever were to show up on us. And of course, as I'm collecting netherite here, Justin is just sprucing up, making our animal farm area look super nice. I don't know how he does it, but it always looks so good. But on day 81, guys, I was back and I had a full netherite set. I mean, the enchants weren't the greatest, but at least I had netherite. And if the warden came, I was gonna be ready. Well, not ready, I just wouldn't die right away. But now it was time to start looking for some bees, not only to spruce up the base, but I wanted to make candles because that was a new item. And then this happened. I didn't know goats could do this.
What the heck? This little goat just rammed me. What is wrong with you? What is going on, Justin? I'm kidding.
Yeah, so I think that was triggered by the baby goat just like being popped out and then seeing me, so it rammed into me. But as you can see, our cave is looking so beautiful, guys. We have bees flying around. I mean, right now we have a little bit too many bees. That's a big problem. But as you can see as well, the copper, it ages over time, so it's green at this point. And then I spent the next few days, guys, making a warden bunker. I don't really know how wardens actually function, but I grabbed the strongest block that I could actually mine, obsidian, and I started constructing a room. If a warden were to come, Justin and I could run, and this is considered our panic room. I even made that new two-way glass where light can come in, but they actually can't see, so maybe the warden won't see us. But we need to have a safe place for when that warden came, and I made sure we had it. As I was doing this, Justin was finally kind of finishing off that bedroom area that he started. And then I went out to go find some more beehives because I killed a few bees on accident by prematurely, taking the honey from them, and they stung me and died. And I also wanted to get some more axolotls because I think there was 3 or 4 in there, and they kept disappearing. So out on this day here, I found 2 lucky guys. I mean, you guys need to name these guys down in the comment section below. All the axolotls in our pond, you guys can count at the end of the video. Put some suggestions for names, and this happened. This was really messed up, but it was super funny.
I got Break your hands off my shoulders. What the? Oh my god.
Okay, guys, so this wasn't some type of twisted idea that I had in mind. This was actually something more important and bigger. As you can see, I was checking to see if a warden were to come with the telescope. If I saw one, I'd be able to ring the bell, and Justin and I could retreat into our bunker. Okay, guys? It wasn't some type of messed up joke I wanted to do. And, yeah, they started eventually dying because there was no water. You know, I thought they could live on land, but at the same time, I guess they are stuck to some iron bars.
Justin! Did you shoot that?
I saw
Oh
that.
my god. Let's go check it out. Let's go check it out.
Oh, wait, was that just it?
Watch out. Why was it?
Why was it illuminated though? Why did a mob get it? Wait, this was here the whole time? Holy sh! Oh, it was a witch!
Justin, watch out. Oh, creeper.
Yeah, so that was a super scary call. I actually thought that was like the way the warden introduced himself to the world, but if you saw it there, something illuminated back in the background and we heard a noise. Like, I was so scared. But I also wanted to be one of the first people to spot a warden. Yeah, and then a zombie piglin came riding in on a little chicken, so we trapped them in the ground below, and all these bees came popping out. There was so many bees. And so in the meantime, I finished up the bunker here. We had to make sure after that really close call, I was not going to be caught slipping if the warden were to show up. And I was getting super upset that I couldn't figure out how to get honeycombs. But I realized this whole time I've been milking it. Like, I've been milking honey rather than actually using shears to get the cones themselves. And then we finally got it, and we crafted the first candles of the 100 days. And we found out that candles are terrible for lighting. Like, do not use it for lighting. I mean, it sets a mood, but it's definitely not good for the lighting. I finished up setting up the bunker here with some backup weapons, you know, just in case we were locked inside there. And of course, I put a little bit of snacks inside this chest, 30 bread and 16 raw beef. So, you know, if we were in there for a while, then we'd be able to survive. But we also could just dig out the backside. And on day 92, Justin and I started working on that natural geode area that we had found. We kind of wanted to give it like a natural site, UNESCO, glassed off, contained vibe. And I think we did a really good job doing that. There's even back access. We didn't want to break any of these blocks because I already had so many blocks from the geodes from before. Day 100 was coming, so we spent 5 days in the nether getting more netherite for Justin to get his full set, and for me to get a couple tools. And I was being kind of annoying, and I tried to box him in, but you know, he broke right through it. Easy, no problem. Look, but it was all fun and games, guys. Justin now could craft himself that full netherite drip. He had a few extra ingots for me, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna use these extra ingots and make myself a netherite pickaxe that doesn't have mending, sadly, and a netherite sword, but that's okay. Spent the rest of the day preparing the trophy room to get our juicy thumbnail. And there was, guys, day 100. I can't believe I'd spent 100 days with Justin already, and we explored such a cool Minecraft world and the new Caves and Cliffs update. First started off on Justin's rail track that took us over to the natural geode over here, which overlooked our whole entire cave, and I thought it looked so good. It reminded me of those Disneyland rides where you could look into the store. And of course, I had that telescope, so I was obviously, you know, scouting on him and looking in from above. As you can see, it's a really nice natural look. Justin was inside itself. And this is the entrance and what it looks like when you leave the bedroom. And it just, look at it, guys. Oh my god, this cave is I thought it highlighted the Caves and Cliffs update so well. And just living that cave hobbit life with, you know, a little bit of natural greenery, natural lighting. We try to keep it as minimal as possible and let the nature do its own work and the blocks just shine for themselves. And of course, the pool, the beautiful pool of axolotls. We have a lot at this point. We came a long way since the beginning. They looked at peace and they were having a great time. All of it just looks super natural, which I'm super proud of. And we cannot forget the goats of Minecraft. Look at these guys, man. Oh, look at the armies, the beards on these guys. And of course, you know, the original sheep pen. These sheep were super loud. I didn't like being in there. You know, they always go bah, 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 bah. And the cows, you know, we didn't have many cows all the time because we were always eating them and using their hide. And we actually went over and visited one of my first builds, the bookshelves for the enchanting station and the potions. The chest room I really enjoyed as well. It really had like a miner's rustic feel to it, which I really enjoyed and just brought out kind of that mining life because we were stuck in that cave. And the bell, man, you gotta ring the bell just in case the warden came. And I took Justin over to the bunker and I showed him that you can scout if he shows up. We just gotta hide in here. There's backup weapons, we have food, and the trophy room with our 2 ender dragon heads and our 2 goats that we were flexing there. And we just ended up back at the geode because it looks so natural and super cool. And then it was the end of day 100, so I spent my time in the pool of axolotls because I think they're such a cool mob along with the goats. But that is it, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It took a super long time just to make it, to highlight everything. We are super proud of this build, and we hope you guys enjoyed it, and it highlighted the new 1.17 Caves and Cliffs update blocks. This has been your boy Swidge and Justin, of course, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.